Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Colors of Mathematics Class 7. In this channel, we would be dealing with Class 7 Mathematics, and believe me, we are going to make it colorful and beautiful. So, today I have brought the first chapter of Class 7 Integers, that is integers, and I will be explaining the NCERT fully. So, let's start. So we know about natural numbers. The natural numbers are the numbers which start with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and they go on and on. There is one moon and so many stars. So natural numbers are the counting numbers. The numbers that we use to count objects. So when we wanted another number, like we wanted to show the absence of something, when something is not there, how to denote it? So we used another number, we invented a number, and that number is the number 0. So we got another set of numbers known as whole numbers. When we added the number 0 to the set of natural numbers. So we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. They never end. But they start with 0. 0 shows the absence of something. For example, here I have 2 mangoes. So how many oranges do I have? Yes, it is 0. So 0 tells us that something is not there. It is also used as a placeholder. That means when 0 comes at 1's place and at 10's place we have 1, we get the number 10. So 0 is very useful. So next we learned about the negative numbers. We now learned that there are more numbers which are lying on the other side of 0, and these are the negative numbers which go on and on to the other side. This is the negative side and this is the positive side. So these numbers are used to represent negative temperatures, like when it's very cold. So below 0 degree, how do we represent the temperatures? It's very cold, so we use the negative numbers, like negative 20 degrees centigrade represents that it is very cold. Debts, like you have to give some money to someone, you owe some money, so you say it is represented by negative sign and we say negative 500. Depths means that if there is a river, so how much is its depth? How deep is it? So the surface of the river is always taken as 0 meter and anything below 0 meter is negative. Say the depth of this river is 400 meters. So we will say negative 400 meters. And anything above it takes a positive value. Say this is positive 800 meters. So like this we represent heights and depths, profit and loss. Suppose someone makes a loss, so we use a negative integer, and if we make a profit, we use a positive integer. Directions. Sometimes we denote this direction as positive, this as negative, and the downwards direction is also taken as negative and upwards direction is taken as positive. So the negative numbers help us understand all these things. Next is, these are some numbers shown on the number line. Can you represent them in ascending order? Try it out. Ascending means from smallest to biggest. So smallest is negative 16 because this side all the numbers are increasing. Then we have negative 9, then we have negative 4, then we have 0, 3, 8 and 14. So in the other number line, can you represent them as in the descending order? That means in the decreasing order. So they are decreasing in this direction. So we have 3, which is the biggest, then negative 1, then negative 5. So this way we are representing them in the descending order. So now we have this try these question where we have to find out, we are given a number line, and on this number line two numbers are marked, negative 3 and negative 2. So these are marked by E and F. Which integers are marked by B, D, H, J, M and O? So we have to tell the integers B, D, H, J, M and O. So which integers can be used to represent them? So if this is negative 2, so 1 unit behind it is bigger, so it is negative 1. So this should be 0, then positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Other side the numbers are decreasing. So negative 4, negative 5, negative 6 and negative 7. So now we get all the integers. So let's go to the next question where we have arranged 7, negative 5, 4, 0 and negative 4 in the ascending order. Let's see how we can arrange them in the ascending order. Which is the smallest one of these? It is negative 5. So we put here negative 5. Then we have negative 4. Then we have 0. Then we have 4 and then we have 7. Then mark them on a number line and check your answer. So let's mark them on a number line. If this is the number line, here we have 0. So at equal spaces we can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. On the other side we will have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5 and negative 6. So now this side they are increasing. So that means the first integer has to be negative 5, which is the smallest. Then negative 4, then 0, then 4 and then 7. So that means our answer is correct. So let's go to the next thing. So we should understand, we did this in grade 6, that whenever we add a positive integer, we move towards the right side. So positive 5 plus positive 3. So positive 5 means that we are already on positive 5. We are standing here and we have to take 3 steps in the right direction. So 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. So these are 1 step, one more step and the third step. So we reach the point positive 8. So the answer is positive 8. Then we did that whenever we add a negative integer, we move towards the left direction. So positive 5, that means from 0 we have to first reach positive 5. We are here and then we have to take 3 steps in the left direction. So it will be like this: 1 step, 2 steps and the third step. So where do we reach? We reach the number 2. So the answer is positive 2. And we also did that whenever we subtract a positive number, we move in the left direction. So let's see, we are at positive 5 again and we have to move in the, we have to subtract positive 3. So we will move in the left direction, decreasing direction, because when we subtract something it's going to decrease. So we again reach 2. So the answer is positive 2. So let's see the next. Whenever we subtract a negative number, we move in the right direction. Because we are subtracting a negative, that means it is increasing. So here we will again start with positive 5 and we have to subtract a negative integer. So we will move 3 steps in the right direction. 1, 2 and 3. So we reach the answer 8. So the answer is positive 8. So let's do some questions given in NCERT. From there only I have taken all this. So when 2 positive integers are added, this we have to tell whether these statements are true or false. So it says when 2 positive integers are added, we get a positive integer. So let's check. So if we add 2 positive 5 and positive 8, so answer is positive 13. So positive 6 plus positive 9, answer is positive 15. So you can take 5 more examples of such kind and find out whether you get a positive integer or not. So this statement is correct, but you have to make 5 examples of this kind. Okay, let's check the next one. It is saying when 2 negative integers are added, we get a positive integer. So let's check. Negative 5 plus negative 3, we get negative 8. Negative 6 plus negative 7, we get negative 13. It seems that it is incorrect because whenever we are adding 2 negative integers, the answer is always coming out to be negative. So it should be that when 2 negative integers are added, we get a negative integer. So we can construct 5 more examples and verify this statement. So you should make 5 more examples and write it in the comment section below. Now let's move on to the next statement. When a positive integer and a negative integer is added, we always get a negative integer. So let's check. We take a positive integer and a negative integer. In this the answer is coming negative 2. Then we take again a positive integer and a negative integer. Answer is coming positive 4. I have taken 2 examples where in one of them I get a negative answer and the other I get a positive answer. So that means the statement is not correct. So what should be the correct statement? When 1 positive and 1 negative integer are added, we take their difference and place the sign of the bigger number. So like suppose if I have added positive 8 and negative 10. So we take their difference. We see we do 10 minus 8 in our minds and we take the sign of the bigger integer, that is 10. So we get negative 2 as the answer. The bigger integer is decided by ignoring the signs of both the integers. Like if out of these two we ignore the signs, we ignore the positive and the negative sign, so the bigger integer is 10. So we are going to take the sign of the bigger integer, that is negative 10, and so we are going to put the sign of that. So you can construct 5 more examples and verify this statement and write it down in the comment section below. Next statement is that additive inverse of an integer 8 is negative 8 and additive inverse of negative 8 is 8. So here are many examples have been taken in the book. So if 10 is and negative 10. So first let us understand what is additive inverse. Additive inverse is any such number which when added to your integer gives us 0. Like for example, if I have the integer positive 7, what should I add to positive 7 so that I get 0 as the answer? Yes, it is negative 7. let's take more examples. If I have negative 3, what should I add to it so I get 0? So yes, it is positive 3. So similar way, 10 has an additive inverse of negative 10. Negative 10 has 10. 76 has negative 76. Negative 76 has 76 as the answer. So additive inverse of an integer a is negative a. And additive inverse of negative a is a. So like for example, additive inverse of negative 7 is 7 and additive inverse of 7 is negative 7. So next is, for subtraction we add the additive inverse of the number being added to the other integer. So for example, I have to subtract 5. From positive 5, I have to take away negative 3. So to answer this question, we are going to add the additive inverse. What is the additive inverse of negative 3? It is positive 3. So we get the answer positive 8. So this is correct because we always follow this procedure only to find out the solve these sums. Subtraction is opposite of addition and therefore we add the additive inverse of the integer being subtracted to the other integer. For example, 56 minus 3 can be written as 56 plus additive inverse of 73, that is negative 73. So we are adding, like, this is the question, 56 minus 73. So first of all, we need to understand what is the question being asked. We have positive 76 and we have to subtract positive 73. So how are we going to solve it? We are going to add the additive inverse plus, what is the additive inverse of positive 73? It is negative 73. So we get the answer negative 17. Similarly here, we have another question, negative 79 minus 45. So the question is that we are subtracting from negative 79, we are subtracting positive 45. So we are going to add the additive inverse or the opposite. So this is how we are going to solve the question. So answer is going to be negative 124. So you can write 5 examples and verify this statement. Okay, so next statement is negative 10 plus 3 is same as 10 minus 3. So let's see. Negative 10 plus 3, what is the answer? It is negative 7. And 10 minus 3, the answer is 7. So that means this statement is incorrect. Next. So here we have that this statement is same as this statement. So let's check. We have with us 8 plus negative 7 minus negative 4. So how to solve this? We are going to add the opposite over here. So we get positive 5. So let's take the other side, 8 plus 7 minus 4. So 15 minus 4 is 11. So here we get different answers. So that means this statement is incorrect. So let's go to the try again. We have done various patterns with numbers in our previous class. Can we find patterns? So let's see. Let's take them one by one. The first pattern is 7, 3, negative 1, negative 5 and so on. We have 3 blanks. So if we see, here we are decreasing it by 4. So we are adding negative 4. And again, we are adding negative 4. We are adding negative 4. So next when we add negative 4, so we will get negative 9. Again you add negative 4, so you get negative 13. Again you can add negative 4, so you get negative 17. So now let's check. So in the second part we can see, in this B part we can see the pattern is 2, -2, -4, -6, -8, and then we have 3 blanks. So if we see it is like multiples of 2, but all are negative. So next multiple of 2 will be 10, but -10, then -12, then -14. Let's see the C part. It is 15, then 10, then 5, then 0, and then we have 3 blanks. So every time it is decreasing by 5. So here it will be -5. So again decrease by 5, again decrease by 5. So this is the pattern. So D, -11, -8, -5, -2. Then we have like this. So now you see it is decreasing by 3. Every time it is decreasing by 3, decreasing by 3. So sorry, every time it is increasing by 3. The numbers are becoming smaller, bigger. So it is increasing by 3. So here it will be positive 1. Then we will have 4. Then we will have 7. Because all these numbers are increasing by 3. So now you can make some more patterns of this kind and ask your friends to complete it. Like I will make some patterns for you. So the first pattern is, so you can figure out what the answers are to this pattern. One more pattern coming up. Find out. So these two are challenge problems for you and you can find them out. I hope this video was interesting and it solved your purpose. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.